Writing code in Java is mainly for computers to understand, but it's also supposed to make sense for programmers too. You'll most likely be working in development team where you'll be reading other people's code while your co-workers are reading your code. So it's really important to make sure that your code and variable names are self-descriptive. But when your program gets long and complex, things starts to get messy and you would need a lot more than just Java statements to explain what your program is doing. This is why Java allows you to add comments in between your lines of code like that. These lines of code would be entirely ignored by the program, but for anyone else reading your code, it would explain a lot. To add a comment in your code, simply start the line with those two forward slashes over here. Then feel free to write whatever you want after that, usually think that would explain the instruction that's happening right after that. And when you actually run the program, computer will just ignore any line that starts with those two forward slashes and run the actual lines of code in between. These lines of code are called comments, or specifically single line comments. It's really good idea to add as many comments as you need. That would make your code much readable and understandable for someone else to read. If you want to be even more descriptive, Java allows you to have multi-line comment by starting the first line with this forward slash followed by the asterisk and ending it with the asterisk and then the forward slash. You can write anything in between those two marks in multiple lines, which means you don't need to start every line with those two forward slashes like before. A well-commented code is much easier to understand and follow. Make a habit of commenting anything that might not be clear from the code itself. Even reading your own code that you haven't seen in a while won't make sense without these precious comments.